Trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And I approve this message.
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. We are the Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a bomb on first down. Let's throw a bomb on every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this open style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the hole. Run you over, goal line. Jumping over, going crazy. Lose your soul, lose your mind in the black hole. Here's the goal, Super Bowl. And everybody here, get to go. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Oakland Raiders.
Raiders! What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Raider Connection. With myself, your Chidolinus, and my boy Jeff. Nathan is back from vacation. And of course, our boy Jay Raider. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, fam?
What up, everybody? What up?
What is
We
up?
good? We good? Everyone chilling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, Nathan, why does it feel like I ain't seen you in forever, big dog?
I've been around. I don't know. All y'all said that earlier too.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been around here and there, whatever. I posted a video yesterday.
He's over there living his best life.
You posted that video?
No, I posted on my gaming channel. I posted a video.
Oh, your gaming channel. Your gaming channel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. You've been more about the gaming channel life. I get it. Well, Nation, we are back. He said you don't understand. I did have a tan, bro. I was at the beach. I was in Rosarito making fun of Nathan on vacation. I was the one on vacation. I did, bro. I know. I didn't know brown could tan either, though. Trip out, huh? Mm-hmm. But salute. Check in with the chat. What's going on? Because chat lives matter. Raider Mama, what's going on? Let's go, Raider Nation. Our boy Raider Ryan, salute, big dog. How you doing, Nation? What's going on? Our boy Robert Pena, always in the house. Appreciate the support, big dog. How you doing? And of course, our brother Sacktown Raider Mike, who always will say he loved the fact that they saw Nate wearing an auto jersey.
Every time Jack talks to me, he brings that up every time.
Right? Yeah, him and Mike are always talking
already.
Youngster was wearing an auto jersey. Yeah, like, what do you know about that? What do you know about that? Yes, please make sure you subscribe, tap in, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to all the channels. Appreciate y'all coming through. He said, Jeff, I'm making the rounds, hitting all 4 podcasts. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciate Mike.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Mm-hmm. So before we begin, he's like, you can support me directly through Buy Me.
I just shut that down.
What is it?
Thank God.
Is that you? Is that a bot you have?
The night bot, yeah.
So you went from like not being able to send us a text that now you know how to put bots in the chat?
Yeah, I know.
When did this happen, bro?
Over the weekend.
We still got to work on you sending like links to like reels and shit.
Yeah.
That needs to do more work, bro. You get in there.
Oh, yeah. Although he did mess up my album.
Yeah.
Stupid chicken shit he was eating, and I don't know what else it was. Yeah. Salute rundown. What's going on?
That's 805.
Before we get started with news and stuff like that, our boy Jeff, we have a surprise for you. So Jeff, I will go ahead and let you take over real quick.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So a lot of you have seen this gentleman in our chats on different shows, not just the four of us, but I've seen him in 805 shows. I've seen him watching Severe. I've seen him on Chris Protect the Shield. You've seen him everywhere. His screen name is Raider 24 Nation. His real name is Devin. And the people that do know of him and have heard of him, he is the gentleman in his family, the father of the son named Raider, who's been going through a series of heart issues and numerous amounts of surgeries to try and fix this little man's issues with his heart. So he wanted to come on tonight. He reached out to me today. Now, I've been talking with him on a regular basis for a while, so I've been trying to figure out what we can do to get him on here, and he hit me up tonight. He finally had the chance to want to come on. So we're going to bring him on.
There you go.
Introduce him. He comes in.
He's coming. He's coming.
Yeah. Little man just woke up from a nap, so.
Yeah, he just woke up. We just saw him right later.
Yeah. So he's doing daddy duties. He's probably handling that just a second.
They also have a daughter named Autumn. So he's really taking on the names of Raider Nation with his children.
That is diehard. That is insane. Raider and Autumn. That's cool.
I tried my hardest to have my son named Raider, bro. I got fucking shut down like 5 times, bro. Should have just done it.
Yeah.
Raider, bro.
Devin, are you there? Did he freeze?
You might have. Devin, if you can't hear us, you might have to reconnect.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many of you remember or actually know the story that Jeff was just sharing, but if you do, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey,
Hey, Devin, how are you?
what's up, Nation? I appreciate the support, guys. We're here to learn about our health.
Hey, we love having you on here, man. Anytime the fans can
The
join.
Wi-Fi is really, really bad. We're here in Dallas.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try and turn my
Definitely.
day.
It's a little spotty. You know, obviously they're staying somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wanted to come on today. He was really.
Is that a little bit better?
Right. There you go. I can hear you. Yeah. Still frozen though.
Still frozen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey Nate, recognize the cup?
Oh, is that the one that you won in the raffle?
The Noah one, and I stole from him.
This one?
Yeah, that was your guys' second place trophy.
Our losers.
Yeah. What's up, Billy? What's up going on? Space Beast, welcome, brother. What's going on, Space Beast?
Salute, my
Mhm. It looks like he's having a hard time connecting.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is the signal's pretty crappy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let me see if this can do this.
Where they at right now today, Jeff?
I think they're
He said he was in somewhere in Dallas.
yeah,
Right?
they're just outside of Dallas. It's the Children's Hospital they'll be going to. He's going to surgery tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow he's going to surgery?
Yeah, that's why they just got set up with the Ronald McDonald House. So that's where they're at right now. They're at one of those facilities.
Right.
They're at Ronald McDonald House. Let
Mhm.
me see if I can do this.
So, Nation, Jeff has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. We just found out. I was actually scolding him a little. Why didn't he ask us?
I know.
But he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to help Devin and Raider. He's been helping them get connected with financial assistance, different resources, and he brought them up today. So, Jeff, I don't know if you want to share what you've been doing with them. You know, what you were going to bring up today. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on one second. I'm getting a message
Mhm.
from my He's gonna call me. So if anything, I can put him on speaker.
Okay, cool.
That works.
Ray Love, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Welcome,
What up,
welcome.
Ray? What up?
Nate brought home the bag from Bakersfield, man. He's got those Dallas Cowboy tickets. Woo!
Yes, sir.
He is the coolest man in the nation right now. Free Dallas Cowboy tickets. Yeah.
Salute my guy Ray.
Oh, and I did get word about Lorenzo's opening weekend party, kickoff party.
Oh,
It's gonna be that Sunday, because you know how the game's Monday night for the home opener. Fremont Center, bro. Fremont Live.
Ooh, that'd be tight.
7 p.m. to 2 in the morning.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah. So once the details start coming out, you guys go ahead and we'll buy the tickets, and tickets go on sale, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're going for opening weekend, be on the lookout for that. Raider Crusaders, our boy Lorenzo, is going to be doing that soon. Be on the lookout for his kickoff party. Yeah.
All right, I got him on the phone. You guys ready?
Okay. Yeah, we're ready. Go ahead, brother.
All right, go ahead, Devin. Can you hear him?
I appreciate it.
Put it closer.
Hang on. Let me turn the volume up. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Nation?
Yeah, we
Can
can
you guys hear him?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear him better now.
So Randy was born with 5 holes in his heart. He's had 4 heart surgeries. We just recently had a surgery last month, and he there's narrowing in his aorta, a little extra flap, and so they're going to go in and cut that out on the 20th. So we're here waiting for that. Hopefully, once they cut that, it'll stop the blood flow, and then he can get a little bit better. But right now, we're really lethargic, really weak, and so we're just kind of doing all the good precautionaries right now.
Yeah. How many surgeries has he had now in total?
So he's had a total of 5 surgeries, 4 heart surgeries.
How old is he again?
3.
All right. So for those of you that understand what he just went through, I mean, it's a 3-year-old little boy. Again, his name's Raider. Their daughter is also named a Raider name. Her name is Autumn. So Autumn Wind, actually, that's her middle name.
Autumn Wind. Oh, get out of here.
That's fine.
And like I said, I've been talking to him for a while. He hit me up on a few shows in the chat, and then we started talking on the side. So, you know, I mean, this story is rough for me because, I mean, I've got grandchildren now that are in that same age bracket. My granddaughter's 5.5. Jay, you've got young children now. You just had a newborn recently. You know, I have a 1-month-old grandson. So this hits me on a different level because what if this was my grandchildren?
Mm-hmm.
They're the same age, basically. You know, so it pulled on my heartstrings when I heard this. So I'm like, I got to see what I can do to help him out. You know, he's been a supporter of our shows. You know, he comes in and he interacts in the chats. And he always said that how Raider would light up when he would hear us talk and see all the Raider logos and everything. And, you know, hear us do our, you know, Raider chant whenever we would scream out Raiders. You know, it would make him smile. Coming on the show tonight. And he said, absolutely. I said, all right. So you guys just got hooked up with the Ronald McDonald house, right?
Yep, tonight's our first night.
Okay. You know, and I know you've been struggling trying to get, you know, the social workers there to help you guys and get you some sort of assistance, and they haven't been the best. I mean, he told me the other day they basically threw a $50 gas card at him and said, here you go.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean,
after 3 months of being here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, and you're what? How far away are you from the hospital?
3.5 hours.
Yeah. So how long is that $50 gas card going on? Right?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For a tank, maybe, depending on the car. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna fill you in right now, Devin. What we're gonna do?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna stop posting it up. So I started along with these 3 gentlemen with me. So the 4 of us together, we're gonna stop posting it and sharing it out there.
Yes, we will. Mm-hmm.
We're starting a GoFundMe page for you and Devin for the for Raider for the family.
Greatly appreciate it, but I'm more looking for just the support and love of the nation, guys.
No, and I understand it, and that's how you get that love and support. We're going to do what we can to help spread the word. I'm still going to try and do what I can with what I've already been trying to do on my end, on the back end of it. As far as reaching out to different foundations down there to see what they can do for you. So we've just posted up the link for the GoFundMe, and I'm going to put it on every social media platform that I have. I'm going to get it out there, and we're going to do what we can to help you out and to help the family out, because I know you're struggling. It's a long ride. He's still got a long road ahead of him too, because he's still not even going to be 100% out of the clear after this, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So this is hopefully. So the last one was supposed to be the last surgery, but this was another complication from surgery. So you never know how far they go. And at 3, you could have more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to do what we can to help you out from this end. So we reach from coast to coast now. So we'll do what we can to help you out, and help the family out, and obviously, we want to see Raider live a long, happy life and enjoy life as a kid. Because unfortunately, at 3 years old, he hasn't really had the chance to enjoy life as a normal 3-year-old little boy.
He's only 3, right?
2 years in the hospital, so yes, it had any.
Wow.
So we'll do what we can here.
Yes, we will.
Reached out to me tonight, so we can do this and get this out there for you.
Well, it's like
man.
Please feel no obligation, nation. Our main goal is just to get awareness for Raider.
Yeah.
And get everyone screaming his name and loving the Raiders, man.
Well, I told you, you've got an open invite anytime I'm on live. You want to come in and chat and talk. I do shows with these 3 guys every Wednesday night. Nate and I do a show on Thursdays. And then Saturdays and Friday nights I'm on with Chris for Raiders. So I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem if you pulled up and wanted to get on and give updates on
Yep.
Sure.
Absolutely. I love to. I work 12-hour days, so it's hard to get in and on, but I do definitely come catch you guys when I can.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. But again, it's what we do. It's what we do. As far as supporting other Raider fans. So this is our way of. I look at it as us paying it forward.
Yeah.
That's how I.
Yeah.
It's much appreciated. And anytime anyone wants any updates, pictures, we're happy to share.
Yes, please do.
Love it.
Definitely gonna follow up, brother, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, he does. And I gotta say this, not so much right now because he just woke up, he really looked a little groggy, but the pictures you sent me of him, he's a happy, you can see it in his face, he's a happy little kid, for what he's going through and how miserable he really could be. He still looks like a happy little boy, so I'm just hoping, that this works out for you and the family.
Yes.
Let's hope this is one of the last ones he has to go through.
Yes, for real. Mm-hmm.
To get too personal, brother, but I do want to clarify. So our daughter Autumn Wynn, she passed at 7 minutes. She only made it 7 minutes.
Oh.
So we have a daughter Autumn Wynn, but she's no longer with us. But it's our daughter. So.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that was all Facebook. While we were going through this heart surgery, we had a baby and we lost her.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I was sorry for your loss there. I didn't know that. I thought she was still. Wow.
So, but we're thankful to have her, and that's our daughter.
Yeah. No, and she is. She will always be. Yeah. No, I totally get that.
So.
No. Right.
I appreciate it. I didn't want to, turn the story or turn the chat sad, but
No.
Oh no, not at all, brother. You're good. Mm-hmm.
You're good. Yeah, man.
So I don't.
And thank you, Mike. We'll make sure they get this, bro. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And again, like I said, we'll definitely come on anytime. Raiders loves to see you guys. He loves the nation. Somebody sent him an autographed jersey, and he wears it all the time. It's
wow.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Jersey.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So.
I will tell you this: the the Raiders are coming here to play the Patriots this year, and we're going to be doing a big pregame party the night before the game. I will call you that night if you're available, the night of the party, and I will put the screen up so you can see. So Raider. I got a nephew that so Raider can see everything that's going on there with all the different Raider fans. It'll be overload for him, I'm sure. So
no, he loves the chant. So we'll do one big loud chant.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, week 11, we're playing the Cowboys, and we are going to that one.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome.
So we're going to go to the Raiders coming with us. So.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes, we'll see him there.
Nate will be at that game.
We'll be at the game. I don't know about inside, but I'll definitely be at the stadium.
Nate won free tickets to it a month ago.
Yeah, I did. Uh-huh.
But, yeah, definitely.
We bought it right when we got our tax money. We put it away, and we're like, because Raiders in the stadium. We said, we got to go. It's in Dallas, you know.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
But thank you for sharing, Jeff. Thank you so much for reaching out, connecting on with us.
Yeah.
Like you said, brother, whenever you feel better, let us know. We'll have Raider on here. We'll give him the chant. I saw he heard us.
Let them know, and we can get Raider on with us too. Put him on screen.
Please. He's right now. He's sleeping.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh yeah, we saw. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's got a long day tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, like I said, I'm gonna get off here, but I'm gonna come back in the chat and watch you guys.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Talk
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
No problem, man. You take care.
And I'm outside right now, so I'm gonna give a loud one if you don't mind.
No, go for it. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm putting you up to the mic. Yeah, they heard it. Later.
I don't have my Wilkins soundbite. If not, I'll help him out.
We don't need Wilkins. We could do one for him real quick. You guys
There
ready?
you go.
Count of three.
Yeah, do it.
1, 2, 3.
Raiders!
That's so cool.
That was awesome that he got on that. That was pretty.
Yeah, I know. I wish
Yeah,
he would've
definitely.
gone. He looked up and he saw us. He smiled and he went back down.
So he said he's going to go back inside and watch the rest of the show, and it's fun. So,
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
so I've got the GoFundMe up there right now.
Yeah.
I got to talk.
Yeah,
to him,
and
get
then
him
we'll
to
make
so
sure.
he can
I'll
take the
create
money
like
out of that.
a flyer or something, Jeff, if you want to give me his picture, and then we
Yeah.
can add.
Yeah.
and share it on social
I got a
media.
bunch
Same.
of pictures of Raider that he sent me.
Yeah.
About a month ago. So I did put
Yeah.
one up on the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
He's laying there in his crib with all his little Raider gear outfit. It's cute.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta share it.
Good platform.
Yeah,
It's like that's a lot, man, for a trio to go through that many surgeries. So.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's tough, I posted the GoFundMe on my description. I just put it in the chat a little bit ago. Make sure you guys head on over, click that link. Whatever it is if it's $1, $10, whatever you guys feel comfortable giving, it's all good. This goes towards him. 100% does not go to us. Medical bills and going to these places to go ahead and get these surgeries done. It's taxing, man. From one dad to another, it's hard. It's hard. So it hits home, bro. It hits home.
Hell yeah, it does. Yeah.
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 Just so I'm going to read out what I put for the description on this. So I put, my name is Jeff, also known as 401 Raider Jeff on YouTube and other social media platforms. I, along with some of my other Raider content creators, are working to help Devin and his family with medical costs for their son, Raider. Raider has congenital heart defect. He has an atrial septal valve defect, a ventricular septal valve defect, and a narrow aorta. This has caused him already have numerous surgeries and many more to come in his life. The family is struggling with medical bills, travel to and from home to the hospital, and meals for the family being away from home. We're asking for our Raider family to help us in any way you can to support Devin and his family while they do what they can for Raider in his fight to live a happy, normal life. So that's what I put
Sounds
that
good.
on. That's how it's worded.
Yeah, I like the way you worded that. I'll copy that later, and then I'll put that on the flyer when we add it to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, well, thank you, Jeff, for sharing that and bringing them on today. I'm glad you. I wish you would code it sooner, but yeah.
I know.
I just, you know what it was? It actually consumed a lot of my time.
Right.
Just trying to phone calls down to these different organizations in that area.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just hit brick wall after brick wall trying to get any type of assistance.
And you're right, Raiders Mama. That's the whole point of the nation. You know, like when we say we are one nation, that's what we mean. You know, you might see us bicker, you know, argue, yell, you know, whatever. But when it comes to supporting and being together as one nation, there is no other organization like ours when it comes to that with the fan base.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Jeff, you were awesome. Yes.
I'm not doing it for me. You know that.
You look silly with the crocodile hat, but you are awesome.
I'm going fishing now.
Jeff.
Right. You look like you're gonna star in Jurassic World, the new one that's coming out. Like I can see you in that one.
No, I didn't do this for recognition for me. That's why I kept it quiet. Because I mean, I'm not
no, I get it. You're not like that. Yeah.
You know, if that was the case, I could have put this out a long time ago. And, you know, that wasn't my goal. You know, when the time was right, it was time for me to put it out there.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Maybe it was. Right. Maybe you were right. Like me and Nate.
You know, he reached out to me today, and he said that he'd like to come on. I'm like, then this is perfect. This is what I'm going to do. So, you know, the four of us talked about it in the chat, and I you know, we all agreed that, you know, GoFundMe is a perfect start. So we'll do that. I'm still going to keep working on what I'm working on in the background.
Yeah.
You know? But
and Shopkeep.
All the time in the world, I'm home and I got nothing else to do.
You cannot donate like me at the moment. Please do an actual prayer for them, a prayer for full health. I mean, you heard Devin himself.
Yeah.
Told him about the GoFundMe. All he wants is support of the nation. So you heard him even just hearing us yell Raiders, things like that. Like it lights up his life. So even small, simple things like that are a big help in order to help Raider. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that they just got set up with the Ronald McDonald House, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
And the reason I knew, obviously everybody knows about Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, we have them out here. I didn't know. Actually, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I thought it was only a Cali thing. But like, wait, McDonald's is everywhere.
The pool tournament we do every year for the Booster Club, we donate to a fundraiser, an organization called the Tomorrow Fund, and that's what they do with the funds is they distribute some of it towards Ronald McDonald houses in the area, you know, to help with it. So that's where I got the I thought of first right away, and I said to him, I said, reach out and see if you can get hooked up with one of them, and they finally got it approved for them. So that was
good. That's so awesome.
That's number one, because they were spending money on hotels, and we all know hotels, especially if they're in the
expensive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So at least now they don't have to worry about it, as long as they.
Which is crazy because you did that on your own time, your spare time, or anything like that. Where that's my job. I help people find resources. You know, I get paid to do that. Like you're out here doing it out of the kindness of your heart from someone in the nation. So yeah, you know, regardless of what Dustin says, you're a great person, Jeff.
Yeah. For sure, bro. He kept it from us. He didn't even tell us.
You know,
but it's Jeff. I'm not surprised. Jeff is
again. I think a lot of that is still the public servant in me in a way. For all the years of being in the fire service and wanting to be out there and helping, I'm not able to do that anymore in that aspect.
Yeah.
This is the way I can do it. Even if it's somebody that's, 1,000+ miles away from me, I'm going to do it. So.
It's dope.
I just, when he told me about the gas card, I almost shit myself. I'm like, that's all they did? They threw a $50 gas card to you. You got to travel 3 hours.
I mean, yeah, but every little bit helps when you're in that situation.
I get that, but how long is that going to last on a 3-hour trip?
Yeah, no.
I don't know what they drive for a vehicle.
The funny part would be if they had an electric vehicle. What the fuck's a gas card for?
I know, right?
All right. Damn it. Mm-hmm.
So check out our social medias. It's not on mine right now, other than just right here in the chat. But it will be up on my
it'll be up there, especially once we're done with the show and
Instagram.
It's
gonna be on all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Yes, for sure.
Damn. All right. So, break time. Right. Training camp in July. So the Raiders have officially finished the first part, right, of the season with the OTAs, all that stuff. So now they are finally on the break. The date has been announced.
Right here.
Training camp will be in July 19th, I believe, is the date. Yeah.
That's going to be his wife.
One that pushed us to be more active with our social worker. There you go. I was working 12 days, 7 days a week trying to do it on my own, but then he told me to push and got it. That's perfect, bro. I'm so glad you encouraged them to do that, Jeff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said to her, I said to him on the in the message, I said, they can do so much more for you. If they're not, then they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It's so much insult.
No, and a lot of people don't know, or they're afraid to ask, or they don't want to. Like they don't know that you can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you don't know you're allowed to ask for stuff like that, or that it's even available, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good thing that Jeff knows all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good job, Jeff.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, everybody prays for Raider for his surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure, man.
We'll remind everybody before we shut down.
Yeah. Where'd Nate go? He went to go get the fish hat, didn't he?
Either that or he's probably on going to the Angels game or something.
I hope probably because he was like this.
Yeah. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know.
What were you doing?
What's up, Shop Pete?
But yeah, everyone, yes. If you turn in, we will be sharing that more on our pages as well. Pushing it out there to everyone that man, this thing is tripping me out. Your coffee thing. I thought you bought on there about the coffee. I was like, this dude. My name is Jeff. But no, yes. So we are in the first part of the break. The team has break for the summer, so they will be on vacation. If you listen to a lot of the shows are going to be on repeat. You're going to hear best ofs now, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely downtime when it's going to be coming to news. So, with what we've heard so far, seeing how they went into camp with Pete, with Spytech, the bringing in of Gino, the drafting of Aston Genty, the upgrades we've made of line, the rumors going on about Wilkins. Is he going to be ready for the season? Are some of us overreacting? Do we need to go look and do some medical research on history, see what's really going on with him, things like that. But just overall so far, based on what has happened, like, how are you guys feeling going into the next phase with that being training camp when it comes to the team? Jeff, we'll start with you. Like, how are you feeling as far as where the team is at, where we are, or... Go ahead.
I'm happy where we are right now with what we brought in for talent. Talk to me after the pads get strapped on and they start smacking each other.
Right.
That's when it's going to get interesting. That's when you're going to separate the men from the boys, and that's when you're going to see, who wants to go home to mama and who wants to be here. And it's simple. As far as Wilkins goes, real quick, I'm not worried about it right now. The only way I would be worried before the season starts is if they start talking about he may or may not need another surgery. If he needs another surgery, then it's a wash. He probably won't play until after the bye week. So as long as he doesn't do anything to re-aggravate it, there's no reason. You already know what he is and what he brings. There's no reason whatsoever to put him out there during training camp or preseason games.
Right.
Let him sit until that first game here in New England, and then just let him wreak havoc. Don't even. You want to have him ride the bicycle and all the other, stuff that's non-stressful to his foot. Go for it. he touches that field with cleats on, fucking Max better be dragging his ass back off that field. That's where he thinks the kids are earning it. Don't let him get plain and simple.
Like he has no business being out there like that, huh?
No, treat him as if he's not even part of the team. Who are you? Get out of here.
That's interesting. You say that. You know, I want to hear what the rest of the guys have to say. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Nate. How about you?
Yeah, I feel good about the Raiders right now. We've added a bunch of people, obviously through the draft and during the offseason and stuff like that. Hearing a lot of good stuff out of camp between our rookies specifically. It looks like a lot of our rookies so far have been pretty good. Obviously, you know, you take that with a grain of salt. Everyone likes to, you know, blow those out of proportion, as we've seen on social media. So, but yeah, I feel good. Just like Jeff said, though, I'm ready for them to get into pads, kind of see exactly who really separates themselves, like from the men from the boys, like he was saying as well. And as far as the Christian Wilkinson goes, too, I'm not super concerned about it at this point either. He is definitely going to be missing some time, though, in training camp and some pretty big spots in this upcoming offseason. But I don't see it being super effective of him in this season. I'm hoping he can be still pretty, you know, the guy that we signed. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for them to get into training camp now.
No, okay. How about you, Jay?
Well, I've been talking about it for months now. The off season, I think probably this is one of the best offensively we've looked. Defensively, we've taken a slight step back, with the addition of Jermaine Pratt that we picked up the other day. But he hasn't gone through like an OTA, he hasn't gone through a mini camp or anything like that. He's gonna have to wait until training camp, which is in about a month, to really start, you know, getting warmed up. I don't know what, as far as if he's done any training, any workouts, you know, in Cincinnati or wherever he was at. But still, nonetheless, he's still a good, solid pickup in the linebacker room. I still see we're going to go ahead and possibly add maybe one or two more players. It's probably going to be on the defensive side. Most likely probably corner from what it looks like. Maybe another linebacker, who knows. But definitely probably another corner from the way it's looking like at this moment. But offensively, I think this is probably probably the best we looked in a while going into this training camp. We picked up Genty, you know, considered the best running back in the draft. Definitely top 5 probably in the league right now. We'll see. He hasn't played a snap yet. We got Jack Bash. Thornton's coming along really good. You know, we have Michael Mayer. Don't forget about Brock Bowers. And, you know, it'd be interesting to see. I made a post earlier today, you know, how many receiving yards is Brock Bowers going to go ahead and get this, you know, 2025 season? Is it going to be close to 1,000, or is it going to be far less now that we have more weapons? And we can say that we have more weapons now, you know. We finally got a true quarterback in Julian Smith. So definitely interested in seeing some preseason work coming up. I'll be going to preseason games, so I know the starters won't play, but there's some dudes that obviously we're keeping our eyes on to see who makes the 53 to really create some more depth in certain positions for sure. So yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're Raider fans.
About the offense.
Huh?
I agree with Jay 100% what he said about the offense. I think I said it on Turf Show last night in the chat that I think the offense is going to outshine the defense this year. That's how good.
I hope so. It's about fucking time.
I know.
I'm tired of seeing, you know, 10-yard fight plays on that fucking shit. You know, you got 1 or 2 plays and that's it. So, but I think for me, the biggest thing that makes me hopeful, because we're Raider fans. I'm not going to lie. This is the part of the time of the year we're all hopeful, right? We're all excited, you know, for the most part. But I think for me is just seeing the energy that Pete Carroll's bringing back to the team. You know, we'll talk about it later with Max was on an interview with Johnny Manziel, but he talked about that playoff team. You know, that year when Gruden got fired and how they were all like one. They were like one unit. and it was that made them will themselves, be able to play for one another, to be able to make that playoff run the way they did. I know people will say like, oh, the stars and the moon needed to line up and Mars needed to shift. Well, all it did, but we still needed to do what we needed to in order to make it, right? So, and when he said that, like, I think that reminds me of the energy that I see Pete bringing back to this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the vision was there, but I think now with Pete and Spytek bringing in certain players, certain individuals, the way they drafted, very smart. I could see that coming true and it being a reality before me. To me, one of my most favorite things is still when Pete was who was it that he was trying to pin? One of the linemen, right? They were playing around.
Oh, Stayer.
Yeah. Like just seeing them out there in the way that, because they're not only having fun, but they're also going to work. When you hear Pete go on there and he's talking about it. Oh yeah, we have fun, but we all hold each other accountable. We're all out here working. We're all out here moving and for one another. Even the other day when I heard Maxx talking about how JPJ challenged himself to follow Maxx, to be the first one there. So he's trying to beat Maxx. We're talking about our second-year center here, who's trying to line himself up with the team, the face of our team, at this point, which is Maxx. And him be at that level, like you could just see it spreading throughout the room. And I think that's what makes me really excited and really hopeful that it is going to come true this time around with this regime. I know we always say that and we hope that, but I think having Gino, having Ashton, and those weapons really, really brings that up. What up, man? I thought you were gonna say something. You went like this.
No, I said PUBG fan.
Oh, I thought you were shooing a fly. But Jay brought up players. He brought up Mayer. He brought up all these different ones, the rookies that we got. So I wanted to ask you, as far as where you guys are, what are players to look out for this year? Who do you think is gonna have a breakout year, or who you think might be done? Their time here with the Raiders is over, or who's the one that has you most excited? This time we'll go backwards. We'll start with Jay. Like with Jay, what are the players to look out for, or the ones that got you more excited for this season?
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to look out for Thornton. Thornton, he had a great OTA, great mini camp. Definitely a guy who is not as advertised. When we went into this draft, we're a little bit weary for the fact that we didn't know he had like a limited route tree and whatnot. The hands were questionable. And that's all because of his time in Tennessee. They only had him running certain routes, right? He comes over and he's putting on a show. TA already smoked Chin over the top a few times. So I want to see what he really does in training camp when we put on the pads, how he's going to look like during preseason, because we're probably going to see him maybe towards the end of the preseason. Maybe as soon as the Niners game. I think the Niners game. I don't know if the Niner game is first, or I forgot. Seattle's first.
Seattle first.
So we might see him in the Niner game, maybe in the Cardinal game. A couple of series to really showcase the stuff. But I'm very interested in see how he plays. Darian Porter, he's the next big thing. I think he's possibly going to make a run for CB1 along with Derek Stokes. Stokes, another guy you got to go ahead and keep your eyes out for. He's coming along good. My thing with Stokes, so long as he stays healthy, he definitely has a shot to be CB1. Jacorian's still coming along. If you guys tapped into Good Morning Raiders, me and Ron be talking about it all day. It's all about if he stays healthy. I think he can make. I think he can go ahead and be a CB2, maybe CB1. But that all depends on him coming along, getting comfortable with the system again, staying healthy. The big thing here is staying healthy, right? But, I think the guys you really got to look out for is another guy probably too, Michael Mayer. I think Michael Mayer is going to come in with a chip on his shoulder for this year, for him only playing like a limited amount of time last year, having to kind of, take a little bit of backseat to Brock, but it's not a bad thing. You're going to go out and do your thing and prove, a lot of people wrong, because, we didn't know why he went out. We can only assume, but I think he comes in with a little bit of chip on his shoulder. So definitely a guy you got to go ahead and look out for.
All right. What up, Paul? What about you, Nate?
Yeah. To me, honestly, I've been talking about Besh a lot. I'm really interested to see how he, fits into this offense, how he gets utilized in the Chip Kelly scheme. So that's a guy that I'm going to be looking out, like personally, that I'm just going to be watching the whole time. But a guy that I'm actually super interested in seeing his progression is JPJ. We hear about all this stuff with Maxx and stuff. I want to see it being put out on the field now. So
You make Jeff cry talking about lineman. Look at you.
But JPJ has been putting in the work, and when you put in that work, you get better. So from progressing from what JPJ was last year, and he was already extremely good when he was put at that center spot. So I'm really interested to see the progression of JPJ this upcoming year. I'm actually a really big supporter of Devin White. I think he's going to have a bounce back year this year. I'm hoping he can really bring that veteran presence with all the experience that he has as a football player, just in general, to that our younger linebacking core, and not a lot of experience there. So that's one more person was Trey Tucker, but this is more of like a negative. I've said multiple times, you got to look out for Trey Tucker, because Trey Tucker's job might be in jeopardy with Thorin, because Thorin looks like the real deal, just like Jay was saying. So I think that Thorin does everything that Tucker can do, but much better, and he's much bigger. So I got to look out for Trey Tucker. He's one of my guys that I can see us, moving on from after this year.
Yeah, because this is his third season, right? It's gonna be his third season?
Yes, this would be his third.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff? Can he hear us?
I can.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's choosing to ignore us. That's what
he's waiting for that coffee, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like coffee, like incoming, like uploading.
Right there.
Caleb Rogers.
We're not going to see him until next year.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, wait. Go ahead, Jeff. What do you mean? What makes you so excited about
I think
Caleb?
you're going to see him by the bye week.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to progress that much.
The Kappa.
Kappa's not going to last long.
No, I'm saying like the right guard spot or the left guard, because I think is Meredith the left.
They could put him in at either spot.
Yeah,
Meredith is the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying he starts or gets on the field more around the bye week. If not before the bye week, after the bye week, I think you're going to see him out there.
Let's say what, week 7?
Around the middle.
Around the middle.
And it's because the guard who's there now will be struggling, or
I just think he's that good, and I think he's progressed that much.
So keep an
he's
eye on him.
Number 2. He's already the number 2 for sure. I mean, granted, I know it doesn't take much with this offensive line on the backside of it.
Right.
I still think he's going to be. I think he's going to be in that position. I really do.
Oh, okay. I did not see that coming. Obviously, I was assuming some crazy ass answer from Jeff, but I did not see it. Rogers. Yeah. I'm like, what is he doing? And then he popped the name out.
Yeah.
Yeah. My take. That's who I think it's going to be him. I think he's going to be the one to watch this year.
Yeah.
A long line of rookies that we drafted that's going to be a starter this year. Starters last season. We got the potential to have 3+ this year.
Yeah.
Starters from this past draft. I mean, you're already going to have Genty. You're already going to have Thornton and Porter and Betch.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're already at 3 or 4 right there. You throw him in there, now you're talking up to 5 possibly.
Yeah.
Even on the linebacker side, Lindenberg there, the number 7, the 7th round.
The Bergs, Tommy Eichenberg,
he's making waves too, from what I understand.
Really?
So there's a chance you could see his ass midway through the season being one of the guys. I think when we look back, when we come back 3 years from now and we look at this draft class, we're going to sit there and go, holy shit. Look at what we got for talent out of this draft and what they've done for this team in that time frame. I think this draft class is probably
going to be our franchise-changing draft.
This is going to be one of our better draft classes that we've had in a long time. 2 years in a row, actually, if you think about it.
Wow, that's it. Top 5. God damn,
that's insane.
That's a huge jump, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. What he said, but I agree with him.
You think so too?
Yeah. Again, having a running back is going to make your offensive line automatically look better. Think about it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Let's say he rushes for 1,500 yards, just rushing. Let's just say, I'm just throwing numbers out there.
1,500 yards.
Yeah, that automatically is going to propel your offensive line ranking, because even though the offensive line's physically not doing the blocking because it's his ability, it's still the numbers that account for them. So if he gets 1,500 yards running, it's still a reflection on the offensive line. Like, that's how good the offensive line was. It's also how good he was in making plays happen. Breaking plays, not getting
his ability to make people miss
off 20-yard runs on a fairly current, consistent basis. That alone will kick your rankings up.
So you have faith that Genty's going to be.
I have extreme faith in this offensive line right now. I didn't before the draft. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh no, I remember that was all our talk was what are we doing with the O line, especially when we didn't sign the O line.
I feel super confident now about this offensive line. I don't think there's anything out there that we could add to this offensive line that's going to help. First of all, there ain't.
No. Once they put the pads on, then we'll see who's a bitch and who isn't.
And that's just it. And that's where I think you're going to see Caleb Rogers actually really start to shine because of his strength, his power.
Kind of the way Glaze worked his way up last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just think how formidable that offensive is. So now you're only going to have potentially one weak spot. It's going to be whoever the other guard is.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
So I got a lot of faith in this offensive line. Their footwork looks good. You've got veteran leadership out there with Millett and Kappa. You've got two outstanding second-year offensive linemen in Glaze and JPJ. There's only good things to come. I mean, can't get any worse than what we were last year. That's for sure. So
it was pretty bad last year.
To their defense, they started shitty, right? Miller was hurt, obviously, right? Yeah. But you did see them get better towards the end of the year. They did. They got killed. They were getting it together.
They got better tenfold after that. It was like a completely different line because they changed the scheme.
I think to me, the fact that when JPJ stood up and said, "I'm the center," like put me there, I'm the one who's going to lead this. Like that leadership role was something they barely needed really bad. And I think that's maybe not my criticism of Colton because he's more of the quiet type leader. Maybe you don't hear so much from him. But I think JPJ taking on that role, like, really brings that attitude, that Raider attitude, or that swag back to our O-line, that nastiness. Yeah.
And now setting an example, like physically too, putting in the work physically, not just verbally.
Yeah,
Maxx, that'll do wonders as well.
Bro, getting there at 5 a.m, like rushing to see who gets there at 5.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think for me, it's two captains. Maxx on defense, see what he's going to do, how he's going to lead the team, and then Gino on offense. His ability to be able to understand Chip Kelly's offense, move the offense, utilize the weapons, that we've drafted for him. Hey, Noah, let's say hi.
What up, Noah?
Hey, buddy.
Barnaby, get out of here. But yeah, man, just seeing Gino, the way he's going to be able to lead this team. It's been a minute since I think we've had a quarterback, an actual starting quarterback with experience, since DC was benched, that's going to lead this team. So I'm actually seeing what he can do with the O-line, his ability to make plays, that arm, his accuracy, his ability to throw deep. You got the speedsters. We got, that rookie. If he can get it down, if he can break away from these defenders, not get locked up on the line of scrimmage, I could see him doing so much damage with his height and his speed. Big Mike too. Them utilizing Big Mike the way he played at Notre Dame. Not just using him just for blocking only. And then Bowers is Bowers, but Bowers is amazing. I've said that about Bowers.
He's gonna do his thing.
Like I loved Bowers when he was in Georgia. He was the
Yeah.
reason I used to cheer for Georgia because I hated Alabama. Like if I had to pick one SEC team, it was Georgia because of Bowers. Bowers was that good. But yeah, man, just to see the way the leaders take over and start to lead this team, to be able to follow that Carroll mentality that he wants them to be. As much as we have these young guys, I think those are going to be the two main guys that are going to lead these youngsters to do things the right way. To work. Like, oh, we're rebuilding. We're looking at 2-3 years from now. Like, no, man, fuck that. We want to win now. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
An MC.
Oh, Kenna's here. Uh-oh. What's up, Kenna? I saw you just got here, brother. He
What up,
said
Jack?
when he has no creates your whole life poorly. Gino can scramble with best feet in the NFL. I will always remember how pissed off I was when he got that air cast after that Tampa game.
I told you
yeah.
why they did that, so stop talking that shit. You know exactly why they did that. I don't want to hear it.
And I was like, fuck.
I was like, oh,
There
my
you
God, you're kidding me.
Already got
Fucking MC.
donations on that, by the way.
What?
There's already donations on that.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
No.
I put in something after the show right now.
My.
So I've already
But-
shared the link a couple of different times in the chat and
Yeah, me too.
a link tree. So if anybody hits my QR code, it's the first one that pops up. So,
Oh, you put the QR code up?
well, I have my own QR code that takes you to.
Oh, okay.
That's at the very top right now.
Look at you using QR codes, and man, who are you? You're like mixing
That's-
This is QR
now,
code.
right?
QR codes, Jeff. That's always been Jeff's thing is QR
This
codes.
QR
I know.
code,
I know, right?
It doesn't
He knows
take
how to
any-
use-
Club. Hey, what club is that? They look cool.
Oh, I'm gonna join that one.
Basically cool. No drama.
So tomorrow I'll make sure I add it to all my other ones.
I have no idea what that man's talking about. I'm just
I have
gonna
no clue.
ignore
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But overall, I mean, I just share with you guys. But as a panel, or where you guys stand, do you guys believe in Gino?
Big time.
I do. I do.
He's been our best option at quarterback since 2021 Derek Carr.
Yeah.
He'll be the
Oh,
best backup we can have. I'm glad with it.
Huh?
He's going to be the best backup in the league. I mean, come on.
Come on,
Geno
now, Jeff.
Smith.
Don't mind him being a goof.
He's going to get J.O. worked up. And,
This fool. Oh my God, I can't with him. I'm trying to get tired of the Raiders facility. The janitors didn't show up for some reason. Don't show up.
No, you
either.
should put the one before that though. But
Yeah, this is the one before him.
Oh my God, I'm scared to look. I'm scared to look.
oh man.
I'm in love with Bowers. He's cute as fuck. You're just trying to get your papeles, bro. That's what you're trying to do. Fucking MC, what's going on, man? I was trying to have him come on, but he went back to work today. Yeah, but we'll have him on one day. That's who works. He works the night shift right now.
I'll be there on Saturday, Leo. So,
Bro, it got rescheduled. It got canceled.
wow. Never mind that. I'm not.
Yeah.
Still go. Just see what's
I know.
there instead.
I know, right? Even the one at Santa Fe Springs got canceled, bro.
It
What
did.
is it, a comedy show? Or?
No, we were gonna do where MC Raider wants to start doing the podcast. The one we do together. He found this restaurant that we were gonna start doing it there. And Saturday was gonna be our first time, but because of the shit going on in LA, they decided just to reschedule that. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on in LA? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. You're in New England. You haven't left town.
Yeah.
Ain't no shit around here, that's for sure. Quiet.
But you know, one of the things I know we always talk about new regimes, new changes, how a regime is going to change things for you, right? To me, like I was telling you guys, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll. As much as we wanted, some of us, I won't say everybody, but people were yelling, for AP. Obviously, the inexperience caught up to him, right? Not having a formidable offensive coordinator. To me, the fact that Pete Carroll is here now is a huge part of why the nation seems to have this new energy about him. You know, even when I talk to fans, and like I said, we always every year we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Like I get it, but even fans that are not fans of the Raiders have changed their view on where we stand now.
Yeah,
because of that. I've even seen it on the national media, you know, the sports shows that you watch, when they're like, "Oh, what team is going to be the surprising team?" And I would hear them say the Raiders, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Did they just say our name?" Like, you hear that before, right? And then you hear them talk about why, and a lot of the why is 1, Pete Carroll, 2, because of Geno Smith, 3, Ashton Genty, you know, things of that nature. So it just, you know, so as much as I know who he is and where he comes from, Nathaniel, because he's from USC, I do remember what he built there and the culture he created at USC. A winning culture at that, even though they cheated. A winning culture. But if he could bring that to Las Vegas, to our team, bro, I would be ecstatic. Like, that's all I want to see. Yeah.
You know, as I saw an article on, it was yesterday, maybe the 17th, on NFL.com, says Bears, Jets, Raiders among most improved teams heading into 2025.
Jets?
Yeah, I don't know why he put the Jets in there, but he's definitely got the Jets.
Bears okay, Jet and Raiders okay, but Jets?
Yeah, I've heard the Bears, I've heard the Raiders, I've heard the Panthers.
Panthers are a good one.
Have a new coach, right?
His paragraph for us is the March trade for quarterback Geno Smith improved the Raiders drastically and would have been enough by itself to earn them consideration for this piece. But they didn't stop there, going on to draft a much-needed replacement for Josh Jacobs, whose departure via free agency last season left a void in running back for 2024. So with the 6th overall pick, they took Genty, and then adding Jack Betch in the 2nd round. Guard Alex Kappa brings high-level experience from his time with the Bucs and the Bengals.
Kappa.
Fotu, Landon Roberts, Jeremy Chin, Eric Stoltz should bolster a defense that lost Trayvon Moring in free agency. The jury's still out in overall outlook for that side of the ball, but frankly, Smith's arrival alone will make me want to watch the Raiders in 2025.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like, I can see it. The vision. Yeah. And I think somebody earlier said it. I think it was you, Jeff, that we're gonna look maybe 5-10 years from now about how this draft class was.
Well, usually you evaluate a draft class 3 years after the draft. Like, that's usually when you know what you've really got. So fast forward 3 years from now, we're gonna sit here and go, that was probably one of the best drafts that we've had in a long time, if not ever, to be honest with you. Just because of the overall talent that we got, you know, and could be the same said for last year's draft too, because you got Bowers,
the top 3 Bowers, JPJ, and Blaze.
Pete Carroll's lucky he came in with already 3 building blocks to work with that were successful last year.
A quarterback, not having to worry about finding or drafting.
You know, you got
one that he's familiar with
that had success last year that you didn't have to worry about even thinking about replacing this year. You didn't have to worry about that. Came in and added what he added, and he didn't add susceptible or questionable picks either. You know, these guys that he brought in these are his guys. You know, these are the type of guys that you're used to seeing him draft in years past. You know, and moving around the draft. So he did in this draft exactly what I thought he did, which was not staying pat with our picks, moving around, getting the best value for what you could at that.
When they traded down that first one, I was excited because he got more. And then when you see about
what they did in the 3rd round sealed it for me.
The
way that they started and ended that 3rd round, that solidified for me that this is going to be a great team going forward. I think they're really.
So real quick, Tracy Tucker, Trey gonna ball, but I guess you guys don't want to speak on how he been balling out also at OTAs. I will tell you this about OTAs. They can ball out all they want. Jeff said it earlier. Once you put those pads on, it's different. Once you start playing against other teams, it's different, right? So, yes, I want him to ball out. Nobody's wishing. I'm not wishing anyway for him to fail.
No, me neither.
But I will start to get excited when I see it in game. You know, when you see it more, when they go against the 49ers, you know, when they practice against them. You know, you start hearing things like that. Then I will start to get excited. But when it comes to getting excited about the way someone looks at OTAs, you know, I'll chill on that for a bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to get Jeff to start singing. Man, what are these two talking about?
Talking about that Raider onesie thing I have. You haven't seen it yet?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
My guy on 6.
You should pull it up.
That's what I've been laughing
We
at.
go on 6.
He said, do you think the Raiders are going to regret passing on a two-way superstar, Dustin? We need... You're an ass. That's a good one, though.
Thanks, that's it.
Thank you, Yes, I think any team is going to regret passing on a two-way superstar. Especially one at running back and safety. Yes, sir. Hey, welcome. Thank you. She said, heading to bed. Been a long day. Much love. Jeff, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and salute you. And as a father to father, it means the world too.
We got you. We got you. For sure, man.
Appreciate you.
100%.
Yeah.
Prayers going out to him. I hope he has a really good surgery tomorrow and speedy recovery.
We'll make sure we share that link and spread it around our social medias and get it tagged to other people. I'll send it to some other clubs and stuff like that. There's this club in New England. I'll send it to them. Maybe they'll share it.
Yeah. I'll put it up on my description.
Sure. But you brought up the draft. I put up this number: 31 of 32 from the year 2000 to 2020.
Say that again? What were you saying?
Yeah, that number: 31 of 32 from the year 2000 to 2020. That is where the Raiders rank as far as their draft classes.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense.
So from
the Browns, 32.
I didn't even check who 32 was. It might be the
probably the Browns.
Probably, bro.
Right? But us, the Raiders, people wonder why we've struggled, why we've had no success. Obviously, various other reasons: multiple coaches, multiple regimes. No identity, no run game. But we've ranked 31 out of 32 teams from the year 2000 to 2020. Is insane, bro. So I want to ask,
insane.
Like Raider fandom aside, right? From those years, who can you really remember that we drafted that was like, oh man, that dude was a star?
Maxx,
because he follows. He's 2019, so he follows.
Falls into it barely.
Yeah, barely.
He just made the cusp.
Yeah.
Chewy said Leatherwood.
you could say Derek Carr. He was the face of the franchise for a while.
Carr?
You can say Derek Carr.
I'll give you Carr. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Jacobs?
Jacobs.
Yeah. Oh, hey, $10.
My guy, God found Raiders.
On just Raiders, baby boy. Keep
Let's
grinding.
go.
Yes.
$10 haymaker. Salute to my guy, God family Raiders. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, man.
Yes, send it to the GoFundMe, that man, please. Appreciate it. Yeah. Of course, Chewy said. Yeah.
Derek Carr, yeah, of course.
I mean, so we got what? Maxx.
I'm trying to think of earlier too, because even those guys are still more recently than
McFadden? Or was that being a Raider fan?
I think that was being a Raider fan.
That's being a Raider fan, Jeff?
I think so.
McFadden? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's only 2 out of anybody what they've said that I would even consider.
And like OJ said, who in the first round has been generational? Mac?
Yeah, but again, that was a great pick. How long was he with?
Jamarcus?
That's why I don't consider him.
Cooper, for as long as he was with us, when he was with us before he went away, he was balling with Carr.
I've never really.
You gotta include Cooper.
I was never really a Amari Cooper fan like that. If I'm being honest, I would never really was. He dropped the ball a shit ton.
Yeah, he was cool, but he wasn't like, oh my god.
He was better as a Cowboy, to be honest.
Bro, who named their page Raider Lunatic Hat?
Oh man, damn had to resurface again.
That is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious, dude.
Don't let Chris protect the shield look idiot. Fucking have a heart attack, bro.
Right? But yeah, isn't that crazy though? That stat, like where we rank. Mm-hmm. Like it made sense why we've had such a hard time. Yeah, like it really does. Yeah. Ruggs, if he didn't mess up.
If he didn't mess up, then yeah.
He was heading that direction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's only two that I would say in that era that would be
who?
It would be Maxx and Carl. Maxx is still here, and he's been what he has been.
Mm-hmm.
Carl was consistent. You know, I mean, he was our solid quarterback. Who else? There was nobody that could even
hasn't had one in a long time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I mean, he was our starting QB for 9 years. You know, Mac, yeah, you'll say Mac was great and everything, but how long was he with us? He wasn't here long enough. If he would have still been with us right now, then without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of what he's done stat-wise has been since he's left us? You know, he's outshined anything he's done since he left us.
Are you really? You think so? Maybe like 1 or 2 years in Chicago? 1 year in Chicago, really?
Again,
defensive player of the year, and he was all pro in 2 different positions. Never been
he was. Yeah.
As a Raider.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people still see Mac, even like as a Raider fan, but like people that I know that aren't Raider fans, like they see Khalil Mack as a Raider, not as like a maybe a bear, but like most people will see him as a Raider.
It probably hurts to see him in the Chargers.
It's only for me to sit there and say that with the way Leo described it, they're going to be here for long term. You know, I mean that.
And that's the other part too. Is
but this just goes off of production, though.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't put Mac in that category. I no matter how you place it or how you word it, I'm still not.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Bro, Navman, Raiders Shield family. Can't let G-Fan be the only one. Try to match me, brother. I appreciate all on the panel. All these dudes deserve a payday. Great friends, great people. One day we'll all meet. Raiders need help. Please click on the link. Yes, Raider does need help. Please click on the link.
It does. Yeah.
Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Yes, gravy. I knew you had to be on here instigating shit with people. yeah, but I feel you.
In the chat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, and it's crazy. The other part too, Jeff, that I was going to lead to is even if we do draft them, do they stay? Or do we keep
That's what I mean.
Yeah, look at what we did with Mac. We traded him away, which was supposed to be a good trade for us, but we fucked up the picks.
It was a good trade.
We screwed that draft up. We screwed those picks up so bad.
Yeah.
That could have been a generational freaking run right there.
When we did the trade, that was like our reasoning you told yourself as a fan, right?
Yeah.
Like we got these picks, that's going to change our franchise, right? Mm. Yeah, that didn't happen.
No.
Those were probably some of the worst drafts based on what we got for what we gave away.
Yeah.
You do that side-by-side comparison of what we gave away and what we got in return and what we turned it into.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well just let Matt go for nothing because the amount of heartache and discontent it caused in Raider Nation for what we got in return for it caused more grief and pissed off fans than anything. I mean, you look back at what we got. What did we get from that that's still on the team? Nobody.
From that trade, none. Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. And where's Matt? Still a superstar.
Yeah.
He's on the second team since us, but still. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's when you don't.
I mean, there's so many things. Then you think about
get shit done.
Yeah. And then you think about the way, like when you talk about the Raider way, I know a while ago we were talking about, the Patriot way, the Raider way. But when you look at the Raider teams that won Super Bowls, they weren't really two draft heavy players on that team. They were built, through free agency, through veterans, things like that. And I think that's where a lot of us older Raider fans, Jeff, if they will call us, right, are always about the go get this guy, go get that guy, and build the team that way, because that's how Al did it. That's how we used to do it. And I think that has a lot to do with why we drafted so bad too. we never caught on to the way the NFL was changing, with the analytics and all that shit. So being able to not draft properly cost us. Those teams, you think about what I can remember from that Super Bowl team was Marcus. Marcus was the one. He was the one that got drafted, right? Howie got drafted. So even those, Bo was like a supplemental pick that Al was like, fuck it, I'm gonna grab him, and it worked out for us, right?
Yep.
All that shit. But it's just so crazy to me that now I see it, and now I want us to build a team this way. And you see it finally doing. We finally have a GM.
Yeah.
We finally have a GM with fucking, who's doing what he's supposed to do, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, you think about with Gruden and with Mayock, people say Mayock was like, no, he was just a TV guy, or Gruden had too much control. You think about it with Dipshit and Ziegler. Well, Dipshit made more of the decisions than Ziegler, right?
And Ziegler had good ideas too. Got to do his flowers because he wanted what's his name from Houston,
CJ.
God, I forget. CJ Stroud. Yeah, he
Mhm.
wanted CJ. Yeah, he got vetoed.
He did. Because they paid chickens for a living and didn't know what they were doing.
And I had a lot of hope, in all honesty, when Mayock came in as the GM.
So did I.
Based on his analytics and what he did on TV, especially for the draft and everything, I thought he was going to come in and really like knock it out of the park. But good God,
The thing that doesn't make sense to me is like they're both extremely smart football people.
Yes.
How the fuck did they fuck it up this bad?
Because I think it's one thing to know X's and O's, and it's another thing to evaluate talent.
Yeah, but that's Mayock's specialty. That's what I'm getting at. Mayock knew talent. And he still blew it. Let's put it this way. The best player that they drafted wasn't even, it was suggested by one of the groundskeepers in the fucking stadium to make sure you go get this kid from Eastern Michigan.
Oh, Maxx
Crosby. It was from him talking to Gruden and talking him into it and saying, look this guy up. It wasn't even Mayock. It wasn't any of the scouts. It was the goddamn guy that goes out there and cuts the fucking grass. Serious. Come on, man. Seriously.
Or
But
how
no
about the
one
whole fiasco
up on
with
him
drafting the
prior
wrong, Bryant Young, right? Drafting the wrong name.
Byron Young, yeah.
Byron Young.
That was your dumb guy.
Come on now.
Like, bro, you have got to be kidding me.
Fucking idiot. He's so dumb.
And now he's a stud for the Rams.
Yeah,
The right Brian Young.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, son.
There you go.
He said, holy cow, Raider Nation, the nation got you. All right. We are there, Jack. What?
Oh, damn.
Hold on. Okay, let me read the first one.
Hold on.
Raider, the nation got you. You need us. We are there. Jack Canna, I get paid every day by the breath I take upon and wake up. Nation is family. Guys, it should be division and the Raider Nation is over. Please send this super to Raiders mama. Bro, dude, that's big.
Hell yeah. Appreciate
Here
it,
comes
Nav.
another one.
And another.
Pass, Nav, man. Raider Nation
Yep.
for life. How we start the season in win column. And
You're the man,
determine
dude.
if we are as a team, whether or not is ready to make a run. Genty for 1,500 yards and 15 TDs. Run it down their throats, bro. I would love that. I would love that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell
Yes,
yeah.
my guy, God Family Raiders with a $50 bomb. Appreciate you, my guy.
Hey,
Salute to you. Salute to Nav Man with the $50 bomb too.
Mhm.
Appreciate you guys, man. Guys, doing it up for sure. Much love.
Right, OJ? Drafting the wrong Young. That's the most Raiders.
Dude, honestly.
I don't know how you get that wrong.
That in itself should tell you like how dysfunctional that front office was, right?
Mhm.
I think it was West Side Media earlier who called them like the Beavis and Butthead of that shit.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but it's shit like that sets your franchise back, right? And that's why I'm now like how Jeff said, we hit last year on our first three. It gives you that core, the three. You have three, you're good, you're set on. So now we're hoping we get another 3 or 4 this year. Then you start to build, and when we chant Raiders, it'll actually fucking mean something, that we're not just doing it because we're Raider fans. Yeah. But man, that's just crazy when I heard that number. I was like, wow.
Can we just pause for a second and just
Yeah.
just take in what just fucking happened in the last minute with Navman and GFam. I'm blown away right now. I really am.
Yeah.
And we don't have to do a tour of our studio either to get them.
Exactly.
Dropped 20 earlier.
Yeah.
And then comes back.
Started with 10, right? It went 10, 20, 50.
And then drops another 50.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, GFam shows some love to Jay and drops 50 to. You know, this is, and I know where this is all going. You know, I know where this is going to go to, and this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like to do what I'm doing. You know, I don't do supers for me. I mean, I'm being naive. I mean, yeah, that's the money goes toward everything, but this is going to be earmarked for that when it comes out. That's exactly where it's going to go. I already made a donation. I'm going to do another one too, to them directly in some manner. I'll Venmo it to them, whatever I need to do. But it's I already am. You can't even. I'm kind of hiding it. So I'm you know I swore I wouldn't talk about this anymore, but after the bullshit that happened this week, and this is where we're at 5 days later, this is why, it's amazing.
This is what the nation's really about. Yeah.
This is what it's about.
And this is why I like doing the Friday night shows with Chris, where we do the pull-ups and we get everybody involved, and we're heavy with working with the chats and everything, and we do that on Saturday nights right now. It's about getting everybody involved and to do something like this. We had Devin come on tonight, and he explained what Raider's going through, and
yeah.
I can't even put it. Normally I can articulate my words pretty damn good, and right now I'm just
yeah. Normally we can't stop you from talking. Right now it's like, damn.
Yeah.
No.
No! Oh my God!
Well,
Nate about to bust out of his pants right now.
Try
bro.
again.
Damn, bro.
I follow Raider and Raider 24 closely on the progress with them and want to help in any way I can. Bust out your wallet if you want to challenge G-Fam. I got you. This is for the young man that has been through a lot and seen hell. Yes. Thank you, Nav man. Appreciate
awesome,
you, man.
Nav man.
That is awesome. Mm-hmm. Jeff's gonna cry now.
Jeff, yeah. That one got him for sure.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, that is awesome.
You got him right. You got him right in the kisser, bro. Got him right in the kisser. My guy, Nav Man, Raider Shield fam with $100.
Jeff has to do the pod in his onesie now.
He has to do the song.
He's speechless, bro. He's speechless.
He's speechless, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what Nation's about. And this is what I try to promote. We try to promote.
Honestly,
we here for everybody. We here for each other. This is why we do the content. There's days where I don't even want to go on, and I'm like, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna just chop it up, talk some Raider football, and that's that. Whatever content comes out of it, it is what it is. But there's times where some of us didn't want to go on. Leo comes on like, yo, just go on, man. Talk. Just do it from the heart.
Hot bullshit. Mm-hmm.
So, but appreciate you, fam. Appreciate everybody. Salute to my guys. Whether you super chatting, you're not super chatting, you spectating, whatever y'all doing. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for pulling up. When we do go on, up until late, we're going on every damn Wednesday. So
That is the link for the GoFundMe for those of you who are wondering. That's where you can go and make an actual donation to them. Jeff set that up today.
Yep.
So we set that up for him today. He was not aware, so Raider, all Devin, asked for was for Raider, was just for the nation support, and you guys are showing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine in the description, but I also just put it up again on my chat. So.
Yeah, our big bear is soft, y'all.
Yeah, heart of gold, yeah. Yeah, the heart of gold. I know. Yeah. I got teared up too, bro. Earlier when talking about Raider and that situation, man, it's tough when you have kids, and I can only imagine what his parents are going through. Being a parent myself.
Oh my God, it's gotta be the hardest. Yeah,
the hardest thing, man. The hardest thing. So
I always say no parent should have to watch their child go through something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Some of this for me and why I'm passionate about helping Devin and the family and doing this for Raider is some of it's a little bit of PTSD from a particular call that I want. I'm not going to talk about the call itself, but it's still, it still rings true to me. I mean, this child would be the same age as my daughter. So I think about it all the time. It's not a day that goes by my thought process. So when you've got the ability to help a child that's going through something that's so drastic and so life-altering and affects the family in the way it does, you want to do what you can to help, be a part of that and do something good for the family. And, it's making me feel amazing right now. I can't even imagine when they find out, what's going on right now.
Yeah, they went to sleep.
How they react.
They went to stay tomorrow. Yeah.
So I know G-Fan doesn't. He asked what's going on. I don't know if anybody explained it in the chat to him. I'll hit it real brief here. There's a gentleman named Raider 24 Nation. He's got a son named Raider. He's 3 years old. He was born with a few different heart defects, and he's already gone through how many surgeries did he say? 4 surgeries. He's got one tomorrow. And he's not out of the woods yet. He's still got probably more surgeries in his future. He's 3 years old. His little boy spent 2 years in and out of the hospital with surgeries. So he hasn't even had a chance to enjoy a normal life as a 3-year-old. Oh. So, Jesus Christ. So they live 3 hours from the hospital where he's been getting these surgeries. So it takes a toll on them monetarily wise. The cost for their medical is absolutely ridiculous right now. He's told me, I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's astronomical already. And when they reached out to their social worker, they gave them a $50 gas card. That's all they could do for them, is what they told. So I've been talking with Devin, getting his address and all his information and trying to see what I can behind the scenes. Nobody here knew about any of this. I haven't put it out there.
No, we didn't. I was scolding you for not saying nothing.
The GoFundMe went up tonight after the 4 of us talked before we brought it in.
Yeah, another one, Jeff.
Bomb.
So they're struggling. They've got a lot going on. Just trying to keep this little boy, in their life. Something they sprung on us tonight that I didn't know. None of us here knew. They have a daughter named Autumn Wynn. She passed away. We didn't know this. She passed away not too long.
He told us today.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
No, I didn't.
Huh? What'd you say?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that she was not with us anymore.
Yeah, he said that tonight when he was on with us.
I thought she
you guys
was.
didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, we heard him. I said we heard him say that, but
Oh.
we didn't know that. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, none of us knew that ahead of time. I thought she was still alive and well. None of us knew.
Yeah, no.
So that took me aback. So they have one child that's already passed on, and now they're fighting, to keep this one alive, with what he's going through. So I've been behind the scenes trying to get in touch with social workers down there, case workers, all in hospitals, trying to get in touch with different foundations that can give them some assistance. I push for them to go back to their social worker they've been dealing with and really push to see what they can do for them. They finally, and I told them, I said, ask them about Ronald McDonald House. They finally got into the Ronald McDonald House today for the first time. So right now they're sleeping comfortably in a facility where they don't have to worry about paying for it. Because prior to that, when they were going there, they were having to spend money for hotels, and everybody knows how expensive those are.
Oh yeah.
Not cheap. On top of driving 3 hours from home to the hospital for this little boy to go through his surgeries. So by them being able to stay at the Ronald McDonald House, that's saving them a ton of money right there. And they've been having to eat out all the time because they're on the road. They're not home. They can't fix their own meals.
Yeah.
Now that's also being helped with, taken care of. So anything that we can do is why, this came up tonight. He wanted to come on. He wanted to come on and basically say thank you to everybody.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
We're on our shows, and he watches a lot of these shows. Everybody's seeing him in different shows, chats. And he's told me this numerous times that when he sees everybody on screen and they're ready to get Raider lights up. He gets a smile. It's one of the few times that makes him smile.
Yeah.
And then when everybody screams Raiders, like we do, that gets him excited too, and he cracks a smile. So he wanted to come on and thank everybody for that. We hit him with the GoFundMe because the four of us talked about it before we started. So I made it quick, had the link ready to go, and surprised him with that. And he even said, he goes, I don't want, the money. He goes, I just, want everybody to, say a prayer. That's what he's doing. I get what he's saying. He's trying to be humble, and I respect that.
Right.
What we're doing, and this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to push the ever-living shit out of that link on anything I possibly can. Anybody wants to share it on their shows, Nadvan, I saw you say you wanted to go for it. I have no problem. Anybody that tells you they don't want to do it, if you bring it up on another show, then have them come see me, and I'll explain everything to them if they want to get that involved in it. So this isn't about what people are going to perceive about you. This is about a little boy. This is about a family struggling and having to live with this. I know Jay takes this to heart because he's look at him right now. He's got his newborn sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
He's got a little girl that's a little bit older already. I've got 2 grandchildren. One's 5.5, the other one's a month old. It affects me, believe it or not. It does. I may act like an asshole and tough, whatever. But I'm human, just like anybody else. So
You're a big baby. We all know that.
We
We know that. I don't think everybody else.
Know that. Yeah.
That's another. So I felt it was right to do this, and I wanted to make sure that these 3 gentlemen right here were with me on this, because I wouldn't want to do it any other way than with the 3 of you guys, because this is the longest I've been on a show with the group is these 3 gentlemen right here. So I wanted them part of this, and I needed their power and their reach to help out with this, so we can really get this spread around.
It's all getting spread. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So everybody share that link. If you need the link, I will gladly send it to you on Instagram so you can post it and do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
So I got to send him the information on his end so he can pull the money out at any time. I am not touching it. I have no control over it. He will have full control. People donate, it's going to him. going to them.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, somebody did that for me a few years ago when I was going for my medical issues. I had no medical coverage, nothing. I had no money coming in while I was out. You know, somebody did that for me. Now this is my chance to pay it full. So it's obviously already off my pay, but not Jesus Christ.
That sucks.
Oh wow! He said I had a child that passed away as well. I feel your pain, Raider Mama, and know you will always be in my prayers every day. The pain will never go away. At least it hasn't for me. But I pray this helps your financial situation. My baby will meet yours in heaven. Please forward. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Y'all did it again. Y'all making this man cry again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You should reach out to Devin and let him know. I don't know. I know they asleep and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeff will let him know in the morning.
Definitely.
I'll message him in the morning and I'll tell him I don't want to do it before.
Yeah, have him watch the show. I know there's gonna be some time where, they're gonna be waiting and have him watch the show.
Yeah.
I'll explain in itself.
Yes.
Love and everything that.
Wow.
That everybody. Yeah. Make sure you guys click on the GoFundMe link.
Yes, definitely.
And donate to Raider and his fam. For everything they're going through right now. There you go. I got the link. Also, my description on my page. I have it on my chat as well. So if you guys are on my channel, you guys can go ahead and click on that. And that does go to them 100%. That does not go to us. So
definitely.
Detroit. I'm not gonna even lie. These podcasts are good therapy for me. That's why I make sure to tune into them. I don't have many very friends because I feel you. I feel you, Detroit. I started listening to podcasts when we were all stuck at home during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know this universe existed.
Yeah.
So I was stuck at home and I was like going nuts. And then that's when I started listening and watching YouTube and all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're glad we can provide that for you, brother. For real.
Yeah, definitely.
For real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't hide behind the microphone.
No.
I see him over there. Don't look at my face.
Huh?
I'm just trying to process everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured people would do what they could.
Right, but just not to like, man, your damn coffee thing. I'm gonna send your bot to. Oh, no, okay, that's a different one. That's the one for the black hole. Okay. Yeah. Have you told them at all? No, huh?
What's that?
The black hole?
You haven't told them, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
About this situation?
Yeah. I don't think he has. He barely told us today.
I know, that's true.
Yeah.
No, it's not yet. I will though.
I mean, they'll know tomorrow when we start, putting in all the different grits and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Well, Jeff, thank you for bringing that to our attention, brother. Sharing it with the nation. And shout out to you, nation, showing that.
I'm just reading this now. My eyes lit up a little bit so I can actually read the words. I didn't know that. Again, sorry for the loss.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, we're going to share this on our social medias, the links.
Bye-bye, nation.
So if you catch wind of it, make sure you share it as well to your stories if you can. Mm-hmm.
It's feeding time for my boy.
All right.
I have a second dinner.
No, yeah, I got to get going too. But yeah, I appreciate everyone in the nation.
Yeah, I don't think I can go on anymore. Right?
Yeah.
I can't see how we can continue talking Raiders right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were done anyway. That was our last thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody share it wherever you want. Wherever
There you go. He's gonna put it on the Discord
Nice.
page. Yeah. You. Of course, Jeff is on a Discord page. Uh-huh. Is that like your Battleship Discord one?
Yeah.
It is, huh?
What are you talking about?
You,
The Raiders and Warships.
your warships. See, there you go. See, I knew it. Oh man. Mhm. But hey, anything else? You guys got anything coming up you want to share? You two knuckleheads going on tomorrow? It's Thursday.
We haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it. I would say, yeah, I'm available, so
There you
we
go.
can do
He's
something.
Available. Maybe
We'll talk
maybe
about it.
I feel as though we should, because if I hear from Devin about Raider,
Mm-hmm.
you can bring
That'd be awesome.
You know,
No,
even if
Detroit.
it's
Dang it.
not give an update.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay. So you guys go on. Make sure you tune in, everyone.
Tomorrow, 7:00. Raiders
Think
coast to
so?
coast.
Mm.
All right. Yep. And then make sure you guys tap in on Saturday morning. Good morning, Raiders, with my guy, the Raider Rundown. We're doing a damn thing. This week's guest will be none other than Big Mike Raider. He'll be in the building. We're gonna chop it up. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that. It's gonna be a really, really good show.
Hell yeah.
Faux show.
Just so people are aware that they donate on the show right now. I don't know if that'll be in this month's.
Yeah. That's
payout or
another.
not.
They don't know. Yeah, tell them, Jeff.
Yeah, what happens is everybody that is monetized on YouTube, when you get a payout, you get payout once a month, and it has to be
Yeah.
So obviously, it's going to be over that based on tonight. It's just a matter if it gets processed before the payout. And with the payout being, I forget what day it is. I don't remember the time.
I think this would be for the July one. Yeah. Oh, you'll get it. Yeah.
Just so you're aware, the money that you guys did put in tonight may not get paid out until July's payment. All right. So,
Also, let them know about the cut that YouTube takes.
Yeah, they do take a cut too. But I don't know how much is it. I never even looked.
It's just about under half, like 45% or something like that.
They take that much?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, bro, you never read that?
I didn't think it was that much.
It's a lot, bro. It's very like unfair because, I mean, I guess because they're the platform, but it shouldn't be that much.
Yeah, I mean,
because we're the ones doing the work. To be honest with
you. Yeah, but you're using their. It's not like if we had our own page, they're gonna come look for it.
Yeah, I get what Leo's saying. It's like they're providing the platform, we're just using it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's why I kept saying, like, make sure you guys click on the link. But the GoFundMe goes to them, and it's a way smaller percentage that whatever GoFundMe takes. I think it's like less than 5%.
Well, GoFundMe does it. If you like, I did a $50 donation. It charges you a fee on top of that, so the 50 still goes into.
Yeah, it's you just pay a fee. Yeah.
So they charge a fee for that based on that $50 donation I did. So I put 50 in, so it's actually $50 that went into the GoFundMe. That's going to go.
Yeah.
GoFundMe takes the 8 and change. That's their fee for processing everything.
Yeah. That just gets added on top.
So they take less from you for the GoFundMe than what YouTube does now.
Yeah.
I never noticed it was that high.
That's
you what?
Damn. Yeah, Venmo is so much better.
Yeah. I'm talking to them. We'll
I mean, they still Venmo take a fee or no? I don't remember now.
You can process it like between like 3 business days, and it won't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely take care of it, G-Fan. I'll without a doubt.
Obviously,
Yeah, I
is not
got you, bro.
Legion Stadium
We'll-
because Cash is not king at Legion.
I know, huh?
I got you, though,
Cash is
G-Fan.
not king, my dude.
Places
Card is
anymore.
king there.
That's for sure.
You show up to Allegiant with the wad of cash,
You got $0.
you got
Yeah.
$0, bro.
It's like that one episode of The Simpsons where they go to Itchy and Scratchy Line. Would you like to buy Itchy and Scratchy money? Yes, it's like real money, but just fun. That's really what it is. It's just fun. You got to use your fucking card, bro, or your phone to buy shit.
It is, Bueno. We're signing out, bro. We're logging off. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, again, for your donations, your thoughts, prayers. Remember, once again, make sure if you do follow them, tell them thank you, wish them the best. We'll be sharing all the links as well. When you see us on, we will be sharing them again. And once again, Nation, thank you so much for showing us why we are one nation.
The best nation.
Oh man!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone that's had kind words, prayers, donated what you did, super chats. I can't even say thank you enough right now, and the family will know tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll have them watch the live again. We'll have them watch the replay.
And you'll see next week. You'll see Jeff do the little dance with the onesie for all the donations.
Definitely. We're gonna get them up there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wide
Magic
stream and all, bro.
Magic Mike part. What is it, Nate? What part is it?
I don't know.
Truffle.
You don't know. Before you were like part, right?
I'll do a truffle shuffle with that on.
There you go. The truffle shuffle. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You gotta wear that hat too, bro.
He's out.
Tomorrow morning. Sorry, I forgot. Tomorrow morning. Shit. Let me get the time real quick. Give me a second. 10:45 a.m. Afakasi's channel. Him and I are doing a best out of 5 Tecmo Bowl tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Best out of 5. Do you know how many chances you need?
All of them. All of them then he can get.
Limited lives. Limited lives.
Aye.
It'll be on my channel. It'll be streaming on his. That's just the way it's set up on there.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to do a share and nobody can hear it.
Yeah, no, when I go on his quiz show, I don't stream it to my channel. I just leave it on his.
Yeah.
Because the system you use.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, y'all.
Nate,
Take it easy.
Nate, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
Peace out,
sounds
Nate.
good.
Mhm.
Are you
Peace
working?
out, everybody. I'm sorry?
You working tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's a nurse. Of course he does.
A nurse.
He's a nerd.
There's Nate.
Nerd 2, though.
Nerd 2. All right.
Everybody, stay safe. Take care. Go Raiders.
Peace out.
Thank you.